Welcome to Soapdish. Hi, Luann.
Hi,
How
Mark.
are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Good, good. We're going to talk some Young and Restless today.
Oh, I know, and we haven't talked for a while, so it'll be fun doing some catch up with it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start out with the whole Jack and Diane deal. So since you and I last talked, Luann, Jack and Diane ended up moving up their wedding and got married at City Hall by the Justice of the Peace. And of course, that was controversial.
Yeah, I know it was. No, it was the only family members that came were Tracy. Good, dependable Tracy. Even Kyle didn't make
Tracy's
it for
always
this.
there.
Yeah, even Kyle didn't make it for this big day, even though it was his mom and dad's wedding, and he had better things to do with Audra being in her room. But yeah, they did it. I was surprised that it was just a spur of the moment thing. Jack said, "Let's go do it, Diane," and they did.
Yeah, Audra seems to be a distraction for Kyle.
Yeah. Lately she has been, and in her little outfits I can see why it is a distraction for Kyle, and he tends to ignore work, and he just started a new job. You think he'd want to give his best performance at his new job?
Yeah, doesn't seem to be his top priority right at the moment.
No, not right now.
All right, so it appears that Ashley and Tucker are buying into Billy's act of disagreeing with Jack and marrying Diane, of Jack marrying Diane.
Right.
Interesting. This storyline's interesting.
Yes, and Billy is really taken with it and gone, he's doing an excellent job with, of playing the part of being the Trojan horse, as they call it. And
Trojan horse, yeah.
Yes, pretending that he is very angry with Jack marrying Diane and is not happy with the direction that he's taking the company right now. And Ashley and Tucker seem to be buying it, which was what they were hoping, Jack and Diane.
In fact, I was going to say, I think Billy's done such a good job of acting. I started to question myself whether he's actually flipped to that side, you know what I mean?
If he's gone to the other side. Let's hope not, because I know Ashley was kind of wanting him to do the same thing for her as he was doing for Jack. And Billy said, when he went back to Jack, he said, you won't believe this, but Diane and Tucker want me to be their Trojan horse too. And he said, this is going to be a little, difficult.
A little tricky, yeah.
A little tricky.
All right, so earlier, Tucker had negotiated a deal with Phyllis.
Yes.
About having her try to interfere with Diane, basically just push her over the edge kind of thing.
Yes.
And of course, Phyllis, she was circling so bad that she never really did accomplish much in regards to that.
No, because he really wanted her to, Tucker wanted Phyllis to play up to Jack and, get to be nice with him and let him, see that other side of her and not want to be with Diane or go forward with the marriage. Plus, he wanted her to be just a thorn in the side for Diane. And Phyllis kind of said, I've done that. I've been there, and I don't want to do it anymore. And I think Tucker saw that she wasn't keeping up her end of the deal with him and was not happy about that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So at this point, then, Tucker kind of reneges on the deal. So Phyllis comes up with a new strategy, and she goes to Adam and kind of tells him what she wants him to hear. Mm-hmm. And then Adam actually goes and finds out through the software system at McCall, which Victor had bought, that there were a couple of errant emails that probably should have been deleted and weren't.
Yeah.
And it kind of revealed that Tucker may have knowledge of one of their star performers having relations with a minor female.
With minors. And, and this, good old Adam, I mean, he played the detective and he had to go searching for that email. And apparently Tucker said it must, because he and Audra thought they had deleted all emails pertaining to that situation. And Tucker said, this must have been in my junk mail and didn't get caught. And lo and behold, Adam found it. And when he brought it up to Phyllis, Phyllis like, oh, thank you. This is what I needed, to go back to Tucker and say, you can't hold something over me anymore. And it brought, Tucker tried to play cool when Adam was telling him. But boy, as soon as he got out of there, he was at Audra, with Audra and saying, what the heck happened here? You messed up. It's kind of what he was pushing it back to, you messed up. And he did apologize to her later. It's like, no, we're in this house now. But he did say, Tucker said, Audra, you have to fix this. You get back with Adam and see what you could do to get rid of this, because this could affect Tucker and Ashley's relationship too if Ashley gets wind of this going on.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like Tucker McCall, by the way. Once I got used to him, I like him in that he plays that bad guy role really well.
He does, and he makes some light moments. I mean, he has some of the comments or cracks he has for comebacks are really good.
They are.
He lightens the moment a little bit, but
yeah. Then he gets that little grin on his face too,
Yeah, but when he gets upset, like he did with Audra, he was upset.
Right. So like you said, Luann, so Phyllis is confronting Tucker with this, doesn't work, even though, like you said, he is worried. Mm-hmm. So now Phyllis has got to come up with a new thought or plan. And I think she, after talking to her kids, I think she realized that the real damage she's done here.
Yes.
And
she has.
And she has, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so then she makes a phone call, and I was wondering who she called, but she called. It turned out it must have been her attorney.
Yes, it was her attorney.
So, yeah. So she meets her attorney and Christine, the district attorney, to talk about the case, and she blindsided her own attorney because she said that she was ready to plead guilty.
Yeah. Normally normally you would be visiting with your own attorney first to kind of clarify, this is the position I'm taking. And I give Phyllis credit, after talking with Daniel, and then I especially think after talking with Summer in her room, Phyllis said, or it was Summer that said to Phyllis, I don't know if you know how to live without drama in your life, and I'm not going to let you do this to me anymore. I was always there to support you. Not anymore. It's just you've made a mess of our family. Now you fix it and you deal with it. And I think that was the wake-up call that Phyllis needed, because she realized how much, like you said, damage she'd done to her own family. And her children love her, but there's just like, enough is enough, Mom. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I think Christine was surprised as well. But
yes.
And Phyllis kind of stated the urgency that, can we go to a judge right now, kind of thing. And
yeah, and
of course that would never happen, Luann.
Because being in law enforcement, how long you have to wait to see a judge. You just can't do a spur of the moment type thing. But I give Phyllis credit that she said, no, I want to plead guilty. I don't want to bring my children into this anymore. I want them, especially Summer, to not feel anything, be charged with anything, but because of this. So I'm pleading guilty.
Yep, and then she Phyllis made a statement before the judge took it under advisement, but Phyllis did a nice job, I thought, of explaining away kind of how that all transpired with Jeremy Stark. And he was a bad egg, and I think she got under his tutelage kind of, and realized that she didn't realize she was getting so sucked into it.
until the end. And then, how she talked.
And how deep she was.
How deep she was. And then, when she wanted to get out of it. And, he was threatening her in different ways. And then when he tried killing her, she did it in self-defense. Mm-hmm.
We still don't know what went down in that bathroom, but somehow she got the knife away from Stark.
Yeah, some way. She overpowered him, I guess.
Evidently. Not quite sure how that happened, but maybe.
Old Red has it in her. I guess she has more strength and muscles than we thought.
Than we knew, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Christine, Phyllis, and Phyllis's attorney now have a meeting in the judge's chambers, as we talked about. Mm-hmm. She makes a statement. Mm-hmm. And then the judge says, "I will rule rather quickly," and then leaves the chambers. So now everybody kind of goes their own way, but they get called back pretty quickly. And I thought the judge's decision was quite interesting, but she gave her reasoning for what she was going to hand out for a sentence, and it halfway made sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see these TV deals, it's like, yeah, because I had forgotten that what's his name, the EMT,
yes,
had actually
Carson.
given a statement, so that statement was on record.
Yeah. So that helped Phyllis also. That he
a lot,
whether he was telling the truth or lying, I don't know, but that he watched what happened.
He was the only witness on record, and so it's Phyllis and his word against Stark, who's dead, so he can't talk.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and her sentence, the judge's sentence, was interesting too. It was pretty lenient or light, considering.
Yeah, so he gave her, if I heard it correctly, it was 6 months of community service and 1 year of probation.
Yeah, she should have.
And the old threat that judges actually do give is, if I see you back in my courtroom, I'm basically going to throw the book at you.
Yeah, I won't be as lenient.
Right.
And Phyllis should have been, raising her hands and saying, "Thank you, pray." I'm so glad and thankful and I think she is. But it was amazing how quickly things could go through the court system here on this show, and also on Bold and Beautiful. And they ignore the judge's chambers. They're usually just meeting in the office and going for that. And then how they could hand their sentence down just like that. But Phyllis was lucky. If we go back to that, Phyllis was lucky that she got what she did, and hopefully she'll take that to heart and try to make herself a better person, and do the right thing for at least a few times, a few episodes, and then we'll get the old Phyllis back again.
Yeah, somehow they always kind of revert to what they
because she's
the way they were before. It seems like
she's going to go back to some of those others that have been did her wrong and say, "Ha ha, look what I got. I'm still around." And now this gives her an opening that she can go work with Adam with Adam and Sharon and Nick, and be the IT manager or whatever she's going to be there, and she has a job, so that's good.
Right out of prison,
Right out of, And so that'll give her, and I think Adam has plans for her to dig up some more stuff. So she'll be,
that'll be the next mess she gets herself into.
And she will, because Summer was correct. Phyllis, even though she tries not to have drama in her life, drama follows her. And it'll...
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. It's in her life.
All right, Luann, super sudsy questions for you.
Yes.
What's up with Chance and Sharon, and Chance and Summer? What's going on there?
Well, not much with Chance and Sharon. It's like, what the heck? They had such hot and heavy love scenes, and now they let us hanging there for, they hardly see each other or talk to each other. I know Sharon is busy with her new company and working with Nick and Adam, trying to get that all set up, and as she brought Mariah now into her company too, and now you have Phyllis in the company. So will that keep her, too busy for Chance? And Summer was flirting with Chance today.
Yeah.
She wanted
Big
him.
time.
Yeah, she wanted him to ride the roller coaster with her because, as she gave the example, I feel like I've been on a roller coaster lately, and I just want to get off of it. And I think she asked him twice, and he kind of bowed out. So I don't know if he's bowed out because of his semi relationship with Sharon, and it's just, or he just was busy. He just said, I'll take a rain check. But I still think there will be something happening between those three. Mm-hmm.
I do too. After seeing, they've been kind of building that up for a while, but today it was really clear that I think she's going to pursue Chance.
Yes, and Chance kind of asked, what's the scoop with her and Kyle, and she said, I think that's over. I have to move on. Mm-hmm.
Which is true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next question. Where is the Jack and Diane marriage headed?
Well, they better enjoy their love while they can, because I still think there's something going on down the road. But they're still on the honeymoon, as they say. They're still on the honeymoon and enjoying each other. But I just they won't be happily ever after. So I still think there's a reason why she came back and wanted to be back with Jack and getting married. And what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think so too. I still say, and I think I made this prediction a few weeks ago, but I think that I think Diane and Tucker are in this together. I really do.
I do.
It's kind of interesting how they both came into the family kind of at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And Tucker's pretty clear what he's doing, I think. But I think Diane, they've kept that a little more hid.
Yes.
The writers have.
Yeah.
But I think that's gonna all come out at some point.
Right. I agree with you. And I don't know at what point, but they are happy now, and we'll let them. It might be short-lived, but I still think there's something more down the road, and it'll slowly start. Little hints of it may start showing, breaking down. We'll see.
We're on now the other hot couple that with the craziness at the Abbott mansion. Where's the Tucker and Ashley thing going?
Oh.
Will they get married?
I don't think they will get married. I think it'll get close to it, and something will come up. I don't know what it will be, but I still don't think Ashley wants to get married. She likes the way things are, and Tucker was pushing it, and I just don't think the marriage will happen. I think it'll lead up to it and be ready to happen, but something will stop it.
I think it'll be the typical soap opera storybook line where they'll be at the altar and somebody will walk in and kind of blow the whole thing out of the water. That's what I'm going to say.
Exactly. Well, like when the pastor says, "Is there anyone who has any reason to speak?
Exactly.
Speak now," and maybe that person will show up, speak up then. But I don't think it will happen. I think it will lead up to everything, and like you said, everybody will be there, at the wedding, or probably everybody except Jack and Diane, unless they do show up. But then something could happen.
Yeah, and I agree with you as far as Ashley's, how she feels about Tucker and that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's an evil dude.
Yeah.
I think she sees him as he's a good ally.
Mm-hmm.
In the whole trying to knock Diane out of the picture thing.
Yeah, and even Abby, her daughter, has concerns. She said, "Mom, are you really wanting to go through with this?" So she must be getting a feel too, like I'm not feeling her mom's excitement about wanting to marry Tucker. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, my last question for you is, how will Phyllis handle her newfound freedom that she just got today.
I think we alluded to it a little bit ago, but I think she's going to rub it under people's noses that, hey, nah, look at me, I'm free. And I think she'll go gung-ho into her new job and with, Adam, and we'll see. She'll be on her best behavior right now for a little bit, because she wants to make amends with her children and show them that she's responsible and that she can lead a semi-normal life, as normal as it can be for Phyllis. But I think she'll find something that will rub someone the wrong way. She's got, maybe Tucker will let her alone now too, because he can't hold anything further over her.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
about
I agree
those?
with you, and I think we alluded, like you said, a little bit to it earlier. But I, as you and I were talking a few minutes ago here, it kind of dawned on me that this IT thing will be the thing that gets her in trouble. Mm-hmm. She'll find something on Newman Enterprises or something to give Adam to pay him back for giving her the Tucker information.
Yeah, right. She'll help him out because Adam's goal yet is to take over Newman Media. So Phyllis and he could, because Nick and Sharon, I don't think really want to push that agenda too much, but Adam and Phyllis might push that a little further.
For sure, yeah.
But no, she's lucky, and hopefully she chooses to follow the straight and narrow with this newfound freedom, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. Not for long.
Not for long.
All right. Any other closing comments or thoughts, Luann?
No, I'm looking forward to getting more with Chance and Sharon. If we get some more love scenes between them and see what happens between he and Sharon and Summer, and we'll see.
Chance might be a busy guy.
Yes, finally before he was kind of like the lovelorn ex-husband of Abby, and nothing really happening with him. He was always on the job, but now he's having another life.
He's got two women.
Two women, maybe. Lucky him.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, let's see where this all goes. Right. It's getting interesting.
Yes, it is. Look forward to watching some more of it.
All right. Until we dish again, Luann.
Look forward to seeing you and dishing some more on Young and the Restless.
Sounds great. We're out.